It's a problem many are facing, no matter their background, age, or race. Rents are high, home prices are skyrocketing, and affordable places to live are in limited supply. In the last 10 years alone, home prices have gone up 80%, and people in mid-Michigan are feeling the pain. TV5's Sierra Cersei finds out who's suffering the most and where you can turn for help if you're struggling.
So let's take a walk, walk us through.
Alrighty. So down this hall we have rooms.
27 with big dreams.
This one's right here is handicap accessible. It's a closet right here where we have all of our cleaning supplies. We do have chores that we have to do.
Hollywood dreams.
When I was little, it was acting.
Still alive for Saginaw native Jasmine Brooks.
And I feel like it's still that.
Now back in Michigan.
I've been doing auditions in California, Florida, Minnesota.
Hopes of being an actress now on hold because, like many across the country and here in mid-Michigan, the dream now finding stable and affordable housing.
It was just difficult to focus on anything.
Jasmine now relying on the Mustard Seed Shelter in Saginaw.
It just gives you a break of just from the world. You can focus really on you and the goals that you have set for yourself.
A safe place and women's shelter, creating community until women and their children can find permanent housing.
It gives you room to just progress.
And now the ladies there, along with their children and people in shelters all across the state.
Initially, I never planned to be here for 10 months. I actually thought the process was going to be really quick.
Staying longer than usual.
But it wasn't. The process is jump starting now. So yeah, I'm looking for places.
Jasmine is like many others looking for affordable housing.
I'm just looking for something that's in budget.
Needing housing now.
Most people don't work with housing programs, and the ones that do, it's probably not the area you want to live in.
But forced to wait.
It's really multifaceted right now.
The housing crisis, leaving thousands of Michiganders like Jasmine without a home, struggling to find somewhere that's safe, reliable, and affordable.
This is not just a California problem or a New York problem. I mean, this is a Michigan problem.
Right now in Michigan alone, a need for 190,000 housing units, and that number expected to increase.
When you think about that high of a number, that's just going to happen in a few years here. You're going to have over 2.5 million people that could be looking for housing.
The housing crisis making an impact in Michigan in multiple ways.
A real crisis of affordability for folks across all levels, whether that's people looking for affordable places to rent a unit.
Those looking to own a home now dealing with
interest rates or just the flat out cost to build things is becoming a huge challenge.
Another layer, housing diversity.
Missing things like duplexes, triplexes. And so the housing crisis really runs the gamut: affordability, availability, accessibility to people with disabilities, but also just diverse types of housing.
The question now,
it affects everyone in our state.
How to fix it
is really going to depend on who you ask.
Tim Clant, director of MISTA's Partnerships and Engagement Division, a part of a new team now tackling the crisis with a first-of-its-kind statewide housing plan.
First, we want to cultivate and sustain a connected and collaborative housing ecosystem. Second, we want to produce or preserve at least 75,000 housing units across the state.
Goals and priorities differ by region based on a letter system going from A to O. Region G covering counties including Gladwin, Midland, Saginaw, Gratiot, and Bay.
We identified 3 priorities: communication and education, home ownership, and housing stock.
Region H covering Lapeer, Genesee, Shiawassee, and Tuscola.
The housing stock, just growing in general, our amount of housing, rental housing, our housing ecosystem, and particularly how we're using that to empower folks to prevent and end homelessness, and then housing communication.
The overall goal:
find housing available for everybody.
The 5-year housing plan currently on track.
We are on track to meet, if not exceed, our goal of 75,000 units.
Tim admitting, although it is a good start, the housing crisis in Michigan still has a ways to go.
Even when we hit that 75,000th unit, our work is certainly not done.
So for those like Jasmine still looking, still waiting, still struggling, the fight for affordable, accessible housing continues.
Success and just happiness, and I just feel like that comes with focus.
There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Everything is not the end of the world. Like, it seems like it's the end of the world, but if you really just try to concentrate,
Sierra Cersei,
you realize it's not.
TV5.
If you're struggling to find housing or to pay your mortgage or rent, there are local resources available to you. For a full list, check out this story. It's on our website, WNEM.com.